Hi, welcome to the very first recording of This is Crackin Podcast. Joining you guys today is three co-workers turned friends. And we're gonna do our best to sort of make sense of this as we go along. Okay, the premise of this podcast is the three of us picking three subjects that we are somewhat subject matter experts in. Somewhat. I use experts very loosely.
Coherent.
We're somewhat coherent. We have Danny here on sports, me, Newman, on anime, and Mindy doing whatever the fuck she feels like.
Whatever I feel like.
Shit, I probably should have done the disclaimer before that. Disclaimer, we cuss. We're gonna be.
I don't think you need a disclaimer.
Yeah, this is not for kids. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, we're gonna be smoking and drinking and trying to be coherent as we go throughout the podcast. Mindy, say hi, Mindy.
I'm designated driver, designated podcaster.
There you go.
Mindy will be our voice of reason throughout the duration of all of our episodes moving forward, as well as she can chime in and join in on whatever she feels like, whenever she feels like. Nobody controls Mindy. She's just here. She controls.
I'm just here.
She just
fine.
But yeah, that's basically the rundown. If anybody has anything to add, now is the time. No? Cool.
Wow, what an excellent job. So proud of you.
I'm just like, hey, come here.
All around.
All right, so to start things off, kind of shake out the willies. One thing I wanted to bring up with you guys, moving forward, is adding because I'm definitely taking stuff from the podcasts I do listen to, right? I'm definitely gonna be biting from those. One thing, little funny segments to get to shake the willies out at the start of the show is starting out with am I the asshole? Twitter story, right? Just a quick little am I the asshole? Somebody posted, and we just read it out and we give our takes on whether or not they're the asshole, right? And then we get our laughs in, we get we get our groove going, and then boom, Dan jumps in with sports right after that. How's that sound? Does that sound good? I was driving all day, so I couldn't really save any. Yeah, that's what I want to do moving forward.
I mean, it doesn't have to be an am I the asshole too. It could just be whatever random bullshit we saw online and then just talk about it.
Ooh, everybody is doing am I the asshole and shit from Twitter. What if you post shit from TikTok?
Just whatever random shit you see that you feel like talking about. Or maybe our days.
You say so.
No, you are downloading Twitter and TikTok, so you're not leaving us out here to deal with this ourselves.
I'll chime in.
Just because you're the sports guy.
I'll chime in.
No.
Just because you're the sports guy.
I'm gonna do all us a favor and stay in my lane, okay?
Okay. So, we could do shots start the next segment.
Shots start the next.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I mean, that's what the whole premise of of us here is, to drink and.
This is what started this whole.
Yeah, but if you just take a shot because you feel like taking a shot.
No, a shot to start the next segment.
Oh.
Yeah, so that would, I can edit everything before the shot.
Whatever you want to do, I'm just here for the ride.
That's why you're here. That's why you're the.
Wait, so you really are allergic to alcohol? I thought you were just kidding about that.
No, I really am allergic to alcohol.
Can't even do sake or anything?
I could probably do sip, and then if I do anything more than a sip, I'll get sick.
Well, that's no fun. Yeah.
No, it's not.
And apparently the same goes for weed as well.
It's not really the same for weed. I just have this thing. It's not really a thing. Every time I do smoke, I instantly fall asleep. It doesn't matter what strand. It doesn't matter how much. I'm just out within 5 minutes.
Well, we definitely can't have you smoking on the podcast.
No, exactly. I'll be dozing. My head will be nodding off.
Mindy, your section. Mindy, wake up.
Hey.
fucked up part is we can't even wake her up because she's over there.
Yeah.
The headphone then slipped off and she's
I got a little blanket too.
Like a little
she's
shocker.
drooling.
Yeah, you need like a button just to shock her.
You should set up one of those things where the chat can like shake your chair or some shit to
Random
wake you.
dancing.
Oh, like a little alarm thing. They have
Yeah.
that for Twitter.
Oh, we should do that. You should definitely have that and smoke weed with us.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to live stream this to Twitter,
Yeah.
or not Twitter, Twitch.
Yeah.
Live stream to Twitch.
I mean, you would kill on Twitch. Before we jump into the segments, yesterday, was Danny's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Gracias. That means thank you.
Jesus.
Oh God, we're doing a Spanish segment now. Right? Like today's Spanish word.
We're just gonna say thank you, last word. Adios. That means goodbye.
For his birthday yesterday, went out and because we shop at Total Wine for all of our booze, right? So we always find some nice things over at Total Wine. But for his birthday, we decided to do something.
I usually find a nice thing.
Shut up. For his birthday, I wanted to do something nice for him. So we always look at the stuff behind the glass, right? And I decided to get him one from behind the glass.
Wow.
And it's one that I haven't tried before. So.
And it's tequila, which is a fucking mind blow that he hasn't tried it yet. So it's in Spanish. I can't read it, but I'll have him show it off and read it.
Translate it.
So there's a big old 6 that we just realized was on there. It's called Seis Puertas, and if we're translating, it's 6 doors.
And that's today's Spanish words.
You have to say I never touched nothing, man. But yeah, made in Mexico, all that good stuff. I guess here comes the full reveal.
Wow.
We wanted to open it yesterday, but we figured since today was the very first recording, kind of want to commemorate it and, finally open the bottle, do something special for the very first recording. So we're going to try this for the first time.
Yep, and this is also going to work as a weapon if anybody ever breaks into the house.
I was going to say, that looks hefty.
This
We
thing
have plenty of weapons.
is ready for a zombie apocalypse.
You get one good hit.
Need to see that in the walk-in. Nah, this thing is solid.
We done dropped this thing like 3 times.
This thing is a dead.
Tested it.
This thing.
That was a good bat shape.
Yeah. Always tap the bottle for
I'm
good.
gonna tap the camera.
Tap your camera, Mindy.
Tap the camera, Mindy.
Tap your camera.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. You gotta bless the bottle.
I was too aggressive.
Ah.
You almost felt it. I was
You
too
almost
aggressive.
Wow.
We need you to calm down, Mindy.
That coffee's overdoing it a little too much.
Punch it through the screen.
With your angry ass teal. Yes, ass.
What kind of tea was in there? All right, let's see.
I expected a pop for all the money I paid for that bitch.
But that's different.
That does smell good.
So it smells a whole lot different.
Oh God. They didn't tell me.
And it's got a little color to it.
Smell like heaven. No, they told me it was
It is reposado, but sometimes they're colored.
more Spanish words. I hope we get
That means repassed, y'all.
See, I didn't know that.
It's repassed a couple of times,
See,
Oh.
we're gonna have to charge for this episode now.
We're-
We're doing more than babble up.
We haven't even got into whatever we're supposed to talk about.
Educational.
Babble, Duolingo. What's the other one?
Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone. Eat your heart out. Daddy's gonna change your
They ain't
life.
ready for this, bitch.
All right, so
All right,
we're gonna
Mindy.
take our shot
Cheers,
and move
Mindy.
into the sports section. Shot.
Yep. This is what I said about the peanut butter whiskey.
That shit is dangerous.
You should have tried some of that.
That's damn, that's good. I'm glad. I'm getting the other ones.
Hmm?
There was 3 different colors.
Mm.
Yeah. Apparently they get progressively darker. This one was really.
Just darker better, lighter better.
If you want to wake up with a headache, yes. If not, actually, it depends. If it's like 100% whatever, then it's fine. If you're like at 60 to 70, you're gonna wake up with a headache.
Boom, and we're giving liquor facts too.
Yeah.
This is Mindy learns about liquor because she can't drink.
Definitely.
Like Jose Cuervo's like 50% whatever, and it's 50% sugar. That's gonna give you a headache. But if you ever do decide to risk your life and drink, 100% when it comes to tequila.
Listen,
make sure the bottle says 100%.
We're gonna pay for a shot. What's that fucking shot? The one for the.
The EpiPen thing?
We're gonna
EpiPen.
We're gonna pay for an EpiPen over the counter.
We're gonna have a stack of them.
And we're gonna have you drink with us. And every time you start,
It's not that kind of allergic, but okay.
Is an EpiPen supposed to fix everything? They lie.
Is it like you break out in hives, or is it like your throat?
My throat doesn't close up anything. I just get sick, like sick to my stomach. Like my body can't digest it well.
Lightweight.
All right. No, Mindy, you ain't really into sports, but
graphics.
Right? That's what we need.
Yeah, we need graphics. 2
things I felt like we needed to talk about was the game of the week last week, which Newman missed. Told him to come, but he said no. And then
was that at the bar?
That's the game we were watching at the bowl. Yeah.
Sorry. You should like it's with a podcast. I definitely would have showed up.
I wasn't thinking about that.
You shouldn't have had Ness reach out to me. That was not.
I called you too, and I told you in the morning before I left. Some people just don't do what it takes.
I was drained. I had to take care of 5 kids. Why?
Oh, the neighbors. Yeah, I forgot about them. Which I saw the neighbors later on at the bar, so that was
that night.
Yeah, look when I came home that one night.
Well, that was the night before. Yeah, you were drunk.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Yeah, I was talking about the night that the sport game you're talking about. I missed. That was the day after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
Okay. Saturday night. I was talking about Saturday night. Yeah. Me putting the pieces together. Okay.
It's alright. It'll come back to you.
All right, but the game we're talking about is, of course, America's team, right? Dallas Cowboys versus my team, the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Now, it worked out for me because we mollywopped them 42-10.
Okay.
Brag much.
But I'm not even going to talk about the game because I already kind of knew who I wanted to get Joe's insight because George Kittle, he's the 49ers tight end, right? He wore a shirt. Now let me get a little backstory to this. In 1994, when this guy named Gary Plummer, I think his name was, Gary Plummer, 1994, he was part of the championship team, right? We played the Dallas Cowboys in '94 NFC Championship game. Now there was a shirt that he had on that said "Fuck Dallas," like literally made. He had all these shirts made, right? Fuck Dallas. So the NFL told them, they got wind of it, and they said, "Hey, you can't wear that on the field." He said, fine. He waited. He didn't go onto the field. He waited, walked up to the steps, wore it, took it off, went into the game, came back.
What? Petty.
So what does George Kittle do? He's the tight end, right? Has the best game of his life. 3 touchdowns, couldn't be stopped or whatever. When he scores one of those touchdowns, he pulls up his jersey, and what shirt does he have?
The fuck you
Fuck
shirt.
Dallas shirt.
Under the fucking jersey.
Yes.
Damn.
So, and then so one of the Dallas players, named Micah Parsons, right? Great defensive player, one of the best in the league. He takes exception to it. Now, mind you, a little bit more backstory to this game. Dallas has been saying this is a must-win, blah, 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 blah. The 49ers, on the other hand, have said, don't mention anything about the game. Hey, this is just another game on the schedule. Doesn't mean much, blah, 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 blah. So Dallas made it personal, right? And so after the game, Micah Parsons, or the day after, he says, oh, we can go remember this when we see him in the playoffs, right? Which the last few seasons hasn't worked out for them.
They never made it back to the playoffs.
No, I'm saying we played them the last 2 teams. Who have they lost to? Exactly.
Okay.
So then there's a back and forth going on between the players. Devo Samuel, which is one of our players, said, you don't want the smoke pretty much. Look what happened to y'all this time. Next time you're going to lose even worse. So I felt like I needed to talk about that.
So you did.
Yeah.
So are you asking us our opinions
Yes,
of the matter?
I am.
Sports be sports.
Sports. Wow, crazy sports.
I just
Sports
felt
be
like
sports.
a cool backstory. The
Yeah.
dude pulled something out from '94 and made it relevant.
Wait,
and
so did he wear the shirt again? Like since then?
no, he hasn't worn it. The dude, that Gary Plummer. No, the reason George Kittle got the idea was because of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. George Kittle did.
Yeah, George
Okay,
Kittle, and he was wearing the shirt while he was playing
Gotcha.
because nobody knew he was wearing it. So he said, "Fucked out." So yeah.
Okay.
I will say, I totally didn't think to keep it because I forgot we were doing this. But 49ers is my family's team. And my family chat has been blowing up nonstop
So
ever since the game. And I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I guess you're losing. So apparently it was terrible. They were very upset. Also, I have a fantasy league that I'm in. I have no idea what's going on in that fantasy league.
Even Mindy's in a fantasy league. Come on, when you
I
can
didn't feel like it today. I didn't feel like it this year. I didn't feel like it last year.
So how'd your team do, Mindy? How's your team do?
Terrible. I don't know. Hold on.
Who's on your team? Who's on your team?
I was at work during draft, so I auto-picked everything.
Whatever the bot wanted.
Yeah.
Hey, some auto drafts is ridiculous, but name all the players on your team.
Hold on, let me get to my team. Wait, hold on. Wait.
He's about to give you statistics of how you're gonna do.
He's gonna tell me everyone on my team is shit and I need to discard all of them.
Wait, all your 4 of you guys are on the bench. They're the rookies.
Let's see. I have quarterback Trevor Lawrence,
I have the same one. Okay.
DeAndre Swift,
Okay, hey, so far so good.
James Cook,
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley,
Okay.
Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
Okay, that was bad. Mark Andrews, Christian Watson, and then I have a couple, I guess, bench. My
Yeah.
defense is New York Giants.
yeah. No, you need to change that one.
Mhm.
But
That's the one I need to change.
yeah, no, that's the one. They garbage. But Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the league. James Cook is a serviceable running back. Who's the other one you named? Trevor Lawrence is my quarterback. And who's the guy you named after Trevor Lawrence?
DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift, one of the best running backs in the league. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
so your
Mindy, I
team's
gotta
stacked.
say, your team's looking better than mine, right?
Wait, and you say you're losing?
I'm losing pretty bad, actually.
She's not putting in the right
Yeah,
players.
you
right?
don't have people playing on the days that
All right,
playing.
Mindy,
You
here's
don't
what we
have
gonna
people-
do.
Move them off the bench.
On Thursday, send me the screenshot of whoever's on your team, and I'll tell you who to put in. And then
Okay, I'll just
then
be like,
next Tuesday,
I just-
we're gonna revisit this and see how it goes.
that's my part of the segment.
There
All right,
we go.
we got a plan.
I like how we did that. That was good job.
All right,
Good.
fine. See,
Yeah.
you talk about you wasn't gonna chime in on fucking sports.
All right,
shit.
one
I
last.
totally forgot.
This one was kind of for Newman because he's been talking about him forever. Every time he comes on, damn, that motherfucker's tall.
Mhm.
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama, the fucking
So-
7 foot tall.
He's 7'3", right? But
Nigga.
the reason I wanted to talk about this was because yesterday his San Antonio Spurs were playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
The Oklahoma City Thunder also has a dude that's tall as fuck. He is 7'1", has ball skills like a point guard just like him. So they played off yesterday together. So you have 14 feet tall of two humans on the court.
Yeah.
So now here's their point line. So the other guy is Chet Holmgren, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block in like 16 minutes.
Mhm.
Victor Wembanyama, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block in about 20 minutes, right? But they were guarding each other, and that shit was ridiculous.
Oh, okay. The thing I did watch like all last year is the fucking
Because they
basketball.
got night games on.
yeah. More importantly, I can actually get home and actually fucking watch the game. Unlike fucking football that starts at 2 goddamn p.m. in the afternoon.
I work on all the days the football is happening, so I don't ever get to watch it.
Sunday.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Sunday, 1 o'clock, 10 and 5.
I'm not making no game. You have the boxing match to talk about as well.
No, that's been way too long.
I don't care. Talk about the boxing match. That I was out because I was actually here for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the boxing, Canelo Alvarez, one of the best boxers in a generation, right? Huge Mexican following, right? Because he is Mexican.
Mhm.
He was going up against Jamel. I don't know, one of the twin Charlos. I don't really know them that well. but he mollywopped him too. It wasn't even close.
Put hands to this
The
dude.
TV kept freezing on us, but we couldn't even tell after that he
every time the phone cut on and showed us what we were missing, it was just the black dude getting his ass beat.
And the funny part was his son had the audacity to say, "Oh, Dad, that's you." Oh, Dad.
Yeah. He was in there talking mad shit. I took away the video games for like 2 days. I was very passive aggressive in how I handled that. I didn't immediately check him. Here's why I didn't immediately check him. He doesn't sit and watch regular shit with us, right? If we put on the TV, he's on his phone. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, the one fight he did watch was when I actually paid for the Spence Crawford fight. He was watching that one for a good duration of the time. He was actually into that one.
I had to make him sit down.
Crawford and mollywopped his ass.
He doesn't sit and watch with us, right? He's on his phone or complaining about something on his fucking hoverboard or something. So anytime he does sit down and watch with us, I fucking love it. And he was talking shit in this moment only because of black versus a Mexican dude, and that's who live in his house. So I was mad he was talking shit, but I wasn't gonna chastise him for it because I was just happy he was spending time.
He was participating.
Yeah, he was. Love that for him. But yeah, every time, bro, I started feeling bad for him. Here's the thing, though, he wasn't supposed to fight him.
It was his brother.
It was his brother that was supposed to fight him. Yeah. He wasn't supposed to fight. It was his brother that was supposed to fight. So the fact that he got in a few licks. I'm gonna give him that. He got in a few licks, but the amount of licks that he took was just ridiculous. The punch count, I think there was a difference of like 113 punches landed between them. That's how much more times he got punched by the other dude.
The dude was hesitant.
That's unfortunate.
Canelo just kept him out of the center of the ring. He had this dude fucking running the damn ring. And the messed up part about it that pissed me off, he would get to the center of the ring first, and then Canelo would just step in there, and he'd just like back up.
He running a marathon.
Yeah. Even the announcers were like, he's got to maintain the center of the ring to gain any ground. And yeah. So that part pissed me off about it. So I don't want to get into the anime part until the new recording starts.
Anything you want to add, Mindy?
I don't know. I don't watch boxing. I watched MMA for a while, like forever ago.
Are you willing to get back into it? Because there's always fights.
Yeah, we got a big fight coming up. Stipe Miocic versus John Jones.
Yeah,
I'd have to relearn every single person. I don't remember a single goddamn person.
John Jones, that dude.
John Jones sounds familiar. You know, the last time I watched MMA was when Ronda was still in MMA.
Yeah.
John Jones was wrecking shit at that time too.
I think I know who that is. What class is he in?
He was at light heavy. He was like the champion at light heavyweight forever. Then he kept popping drugs and shit. So then they had to keep taking the title away from him. But now he's at heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went to heavyweight?
Yeah, he put on some weight.
Yeah, and he fought the dudes, was it Cyril Gane, the French dude? That wasn't
I did not
even
see that fight.
Yeah, you did. We were at Nessa's house that night.
Were we at Nessa's?
That was, remember when the Mexican chick beat that one chick?
That's right. Did y'all put money on that fight?
Everybody peer pressured me.
Everybody put money on that fight.
No, like nobody wanted to just because she was Mexican. Everybody looked at me and said, you ain't going. Hey, but she ended up winning though, and Ness still hasn't paid me. Ness, when you watch this, you show
I'm keeping tallies. Yeah. MMA is one that I would probably start watching again if I don't have to pay for it because that shit's expensive.
Oh, and fucking WWF and UFC is now a thing. They've joined.
No. I think the parent company of the UFC was bought out by some Arabian company or entertainment company, right? And I think that same company just bought the WWE.
Oh, I didn't know that they got bought out.
Yeah, the UFC. Okay, backstory to this. We still got like 5 minutes to kill, right? I was watching this thing on ESPN the other day. You know how much Dana White bought the UFC, or Dana White and the group bought the UFC for back in the day?
Nothing.
A whole $2 million.
Yeah.
When they sold it to whoever they sold it to, $4.3 billion.
Yeah,
that's the return on investment.
Dang.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know Dana sold it. Damn.
Well, he didn't. He was friends with the Fertittas or whatever, and they're the ones who bought it with him.
Yeah.
They're the ones that came up with the money to buy it, right? And then so it was, I guess the UFC was close to going bankrupt. Dana went to them because I guess they knew each other from high school or whatever. Mm. And then he was like, hey, this is our opportunity to buy it. And that was at the same time Tito and Chuck had their whole thing going. And then, bought it for $2 million. And they ended up selling it, a few years ago for $4.3 billion. So.
Oh, yeah, because I thought they had, like, people who, like, bought into it, like...
Yeah, they had investors, but then they came along and then like they sold the whole thing for like 2.4.
Oh wow!
Dana White made like I think 200 to 300 million off of that.
That's a good payday.
And he got to keep his job as the president or whatever the fuck he does.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering if he was gonna keep his job.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't heard anything about him not being president anymore.
There ain't no UFC without Dana White.
What happened to fucking Vince
McMahon? No, I think he's still the chairman, or he's not the chairman. He's just in charge because he wasn't even supposed to be part of that meeting. Like he was, because he got hit with the sexual harassment shit from long ago.
Yeah.
And then they took the what do they call it? They relieved him of his duties as chairman.
So he was just playing the part.
Exactly. So, but then they were going to sell the company, so they reinstated him to help sell the company to whoever they were going to sell it to. And
like the image.
So he was brought back in to get the best deal possible here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, and that was Today in Sports.
I guess it was more like a month to do a couple.
Yeah, we went back a few. Yeah. Okay. Should we take another shot?
Mm-hmm.
Shot for anime?
Or shot for book, unless you want to go. Or
no, go for it. You go for it.
I got a feeling whatever book you mention, I'll be about to be like, huh?
Pretty much. I don't know what book I'm talking about.
We're
starting with Akatar.
We could talk about it.
That way I could actually chime in on that one instead of sitting here.
Friend, real quick. I don't know who reads that, but we're gonna play.
I have them on
Audible. What's the thing called?
Akatar.
A Court of Thorns and Roses.
I just type in Akatar every time.
You know what? That whatever works.
Court. Oh, shit. How do you spell court? No,
I'm mad. I was saying like this ain't gonna pick it up. No.
Court of Thorns and Roses. It's only $10.
Nigga, where? For the first chapter, maybe.
It says at Walmart. It's even available. Curbside pickup. Is it a whole series?
Yeah.
It's a whole series.
The whole thing right there.
$10.
Are you gonna actually read the book, or are you gonna listen to the Audible?
I don't know. I haven't read a book since I was like 8, a freshman in high school.
You had to do a book report on it?
Nah, once I found out about Spark Notes, it was a wrap.
Shit.
See, this is why I kind of want to move it to Discord, because at least if we're not, like, if he's not talking about the books, at least I could post memes.
This is why you want what?
Are you going to support the memes now because he's going to get into it?
I mean... just so he has something to chime into if he doesn't want to read it.
No, I'll read the book. I'll try to read the book.
You know, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know
how many pages are we talking?
A lot. It's a lot. Continuously gets worse.
I'm gonna hold the book while I'm listening to the audio.
If it makes you feel better.
if you play it on twice the speed, you can read as fast as Mindy reads. Because Mindy flipping through pages in 2 hours.
I'm a fast reader. I don't think I'm that fast of a reader. I'm a generally moderately fast reader.
You know how I knew I was a slow reader? I think I was showing Mindy, like I was working on the book, right? And I was showing Mindy it. And I was like reading through the first page myself or something like that. And she was like, I should have had that on mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was unprofessional.
I was sitting there and I was reading through it, and she was like, "You're not done yet." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I like tried to like, I think I was trying to like read it, and she was like, "I'm like, so what do you think?" She's like, "I was done with that part already." Okay, all right. I'm gonna just give you the phone. You tell me.
I don't remember that?
This is the book you're still learning? Oh,
no, I think this is the second one I showed her.
Okay.
Yeah. That book is on fucking hiatus right now until the show's over. Once the show's over, then I'll get to it. But for now,
What show?
Vogue show I'm doing.
What?
The Vogue show he's doing in Boston.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. After that, I'll get back.
Yo, we gonna do a special episode in Boston?
If you can get Skype on your bitch.
I was thinking about just going with you, but all right, I guess I'll do it. Yeah, I guess, sure. You can That was him saying I can't. For all future viewers, that's how you say no politely.
Oh God! Speaking of that, remember the shit I showed you? The Gorgon the Destroyer versus all those guys. Do you know who Gorgon the Destroyer is?
Can't say that I do.
She's this extra big chick, and she goes around talking about like she's a 10 and this, that, and the other. You know, that whole female empowerment where every woman's just banging, right? And you guys like support each other. It's cool in cases, but at some cases I feel like the truth needs to be said. And Gorgon the Destroyer is one of those cases. She looks like Jabba the Hutt. Okay, you know who Jabba the Hutt is?
I know who Jabba the Hutt is.
We're gonna show him on the back.
Yeah, that's who she looks like. Okay,
that is not a nice thing to say.
It's what the internet is saying. I'm just reiterating.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's like wide known, and this is how people think of her, right? But of course, the internet is a fucking cesspool of savagery. So there's this one YouTuber who did like this, dating thing where the guys are, there's the blind date thing where the guys like sitting there. In this one particular circumstance, the guy's like sitting there with a blindfold on, and she's like across in another chair. She's talking. She's like, "Hey, so I'm not like your typical 10." Right? That's how she starts off. I'm not like your typical 10. So how important is looks to you? And the dude's like, oh, they're pretty important, but looks isn't everything. And she's like, okay, with that being said, remove your blindfold. And the guy gets like one eye free and sees her and he's like, oh hell no. Oh Jesus Christ. And he gets up.
That's so mean.
He's like, oh fuck no. You can hear her just in the background. She's just sitting there like, bring on the next one.
That's so mean.
She's absolutely unfazed by it, right? Or I hope she is, because if not, I feel sorry for her. There's another scene where it's her versus 20 dudes, right? The 20 dudes just standing there, and she's like, would you date me or date someone with my body type or someone like me? Yes or no, and why, right? And like immediately was like, nope. And she's like, well, say why, and some guys are just like, I politely decline, I can't. Some dudes like, you're just super unhealthy, no. Some dudes like, you're just not my type at all. And some dudes are just straight up mean. It's like, I can't do that to myself or some shit like that, just like. And then, of course, there's one outlier, this like tatted up white dude was just like, yeah. It was just like, why are you trying to be this guy, And they're like, what? Why would you say yes? She's like, cause I don't give a fuck. I was like, okay, all right, okay, typical, move on, And it gets through all of it. Like she gets through like 16 of them or something like that of saying no, and then she just like turns around and walks out. I felt like it was funny up until she just walked out. I was like, damn, her feelings were really hurt. Like she's never like backed out of a situation like that before. She's been on all the talk shows where people make fun of her, and she sits there and she chimes back. Like apparently this was hitting home for her. Maybe it was just like how many stages she had to go through and how many times.
Well, I mean, it's like one guy after another another in a row, right in front of your face.
Yeah. But
I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised most of the black dudes said no.
Fuck you.
I peeked your fucking mic. Ow.
sorry. Yeah. Spoiler alert for anime section coming up. For all the animes I'm going to talk about. Spoiler alert. So yeah. So this week in anime, Castlevania up to episode 6, Bleach, One Piece just wrapped up a major arc. Are you watching One Piece?
So I watched One Piece probably up until like the first 60 episodes, right? And then I realized that this show was gonna go on forever, and then I would like go and like chime in every now and then I saw 800 episodes and was like, fuck that. But
I'll just be like, everything before this arc is it's important. Don't get me wrong, everything before this arc is important, but the current
I'm gonna be so honest with you, the only reason I'm even slightly peaked at One Piece right now is because of the live action that just came out.
Okay, well, that'll be your section. You can talk about that in your
I haven't watched it yet, but it's literally all thirst traps.
That could be a segment. What peaks Mindy? Was that what you said?
What peaks Mindy?
What peaks Mindy?
Just like Mindy. No. No.
Let's not do that.
I'm sorry.
It reminds us of like, have you ever seen Family Guy? What grinds my gears?
I was thinking about doing a section like that.
What peaks Mindy? I think we just found the new.
Back to the anime.
So yeah, we'll just start with those three, and we'll see where life takes us from there. Okay, so we'll start with One Piece. So One Piece just wrapped up its Wano arc. Wano arc is where they're in the land of the samurai, and they were the samurai land is like closed off from the outside world. It's very secluded society. Anyway, Kaido is there. Kaido, this motherfucker is like the most unbeatable motherfucker you've ever seen. Right? He's a dragon as well. That too. I'm gonna get back to that. So he's there. He's fucking shit up, and now they finally got to the point where they beat him. So this whole fucking shit is finally over. Boom, cut, print, Wano arc. Right? The fight between Luffy and Kaido when he unlocks Gear 5th. I thought it was goofy at first. Don't get me wrong. You know, the whole Toon Force powers and everything. Very goofy for me. But as the fight dragged on, the animation just kept getting better. Like, I'm a sucker for a damn good fight scene. And every episode since Gear 5th was unlocked was just fire and fire and fire up until the very last moment. Don't get me wrong, Sanji's fight and Zoro's fight with the other two, absolutely fucking beautiful as well. But you know, Luffy is the main for a reason. Of course, they were gonna put extra budget into his shit. But it just wrapped up. Super nice celebration for everybody. Yay, Kaido's beaten and everything like that. But the level of shit that is coming for them after this, I'm super excited for. So that's One Piece. One, absolutely fucking peak. Loved every fucking second of like the final downfall of Kaido. Love how the design for Luffy's Gear 5th, really enjoyed that. It was so clean. It's so clean with the fucking smoke coming around, giving that sun halo look without it actually being, you know, all fucking gaudy like all the holy and religious figures and other advocates. You know how they have that fucking sundial behind them and shit? Yeah. They gave them that feel without the actual imagery, and I really enjoyed that. Absolutely peak. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And sorry for the spoilers. Next is going to be Bleach, seeing as how that already ended. So for the first section, the first half is do we have to do a spoiler again? No, we don't. From the first half of Bleach, and it's the half that you watched today.
Did my homework? Did you?
He did his homework. So
if I wasn't giving my assignment like 5 hours,
you were giving your assignment the same time he was giving.
A liar.
But the first half was a lot of building. Don't get me wrong, it was a lot of building. They went in, of course, with the premise that you already knew who the main characters were, right? So they didn't worry about like doing a whole re-intro of like Ichigo and Orihime, whatever her fucking name is, and Chad and the rest of them, right? They did do this really cool splash scene, like the first episode, where they had to rescue these Soul Reapers who they sent to check out the area because there's some weird shit going on. They get there, they separate for some fucking reason. Like they haven't seen Scooby-Doo. They're on Earth. I know they've seen Scooby-Doo. Don't split up.
They don't speak English.
They don't speak English. They don't speak English. Scooby-Doo's pretty worldwide, but whatever. We'll cut them some slack. They split up like idiots, and the dude who's with the chick, he's like calling her and shit like that, not getting any answer. Like immediately after they split up, it wasn't like an hour or two later. Like this motherfucker went that way, she went that way, and then he was like, "Hey, so and so, da 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 da." Quiet, just quiet immediately after that. He's like, what happened to so and so? He's sitting, he's like calling and in the middle of this, he gets fucking jumped by hollows. Like not just like one hollow, like he's attacked by one primarily, but in the background you can see like 4 other fucking hollows waiting to fuck him up. And this dude ducks, rolls, didn't die. He played dodgeball. He knew how to dodge a wrench for damn sure. And he freaking ran into a building, made it to the roof, trying to escape this fucking hollow. And on top of this roof, he sees his homie just fucking bleeding out. This bitch got gutted, right? She just sprawled out, and he obviously loses his fucking shit. He's just dismayed at this point, right? And the freaking hollow catches up to him. Obviously fucking fucks him up, so he's laying there dying, and the hollow's about to, fucking kill him finally and shit like that. And then boom, in comes the original cast, just, Chad, fucking, and they all use their like signature shit, right? So Chad is the Mexican dude. That's why I was like, you need to watch it. I'm just kidding. But Chad is cold. Chad is cold as fuck. He got the whole gauntlet shit going. He had the shield and the right arm of death. I think that's what he called it, or God, or something like that. Anyway, so Chad goes in, shows his power, and they do like a whole little splash. Chad, so and so, right? Orihime. I want to say her name is Orihime.
Orihime.
Yeah. She does her whole block thing. She has these little bird things that she could control, and they make like fucking force fields and.
Aren't they like fairies or some shit?
I didn't watch the episode where they explained her power. I didn't. This was back in the day. They're like light triangles. They look
I swear they were like fairy-esque.
Like it looks like a little origami flower.
Because they can talk. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
they talk to her.
They're like, and she's like, oh yeah, okay, we'll call them fairies. She does her like fairy thing. Protects them.
We'll look into that later.
And all, she can also heal motherfuckers, right? So she's healing the squad member who she thought was dead and everything like that. Friggin' Uryu. Yeah, the Quincy. He's in there doing his thing. A lot to talk about Uryu. Very conflicted feelings by him because he was one of my favorite characters. He was my favorite character. Yeah, that Quincy was my favorite character in the original series. And they did the splash for everything. And Big Bad Ichigo shows up. He's dipping, diving, fucking killing motherfuckers. And, he does the signature attack. He does his intro. They're like, the guy's like, oh my God, who are you guys? And he turns around, he's like, I'm Ichigo, substitute Soul Reaper. And then it does the splash, and he does his main attack and fucking wipes out everybody else who's there. Okay, so that was a synopsis of like the first half of the episode, right? Then this motherfucker gets attacked by the new bad guys, like halfway through the rest of that episode. Boom, gets attacked by the new bad guys. This motherfucker was a pushover. he came in all fucking, he walked into this nigga's room like he wasn't gonna say shit. He was like, and like the second he took a step inside this nigga's room, this motherfucker gets drop kicked out the window. I was like, okay, he's obviously there.
He should have never stepped on his bed, man.
He should have never stepped on his bed. I think he did say something about his bed. He's like, no, why are you standing on my bed?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Don't disrespect a person like that.
He's like, yeah, I told him once or some shit like that. He gets drop kicked. And the fucking thing is, the rest of the crew don't even budge, right? The new guys who woke up from being healed, they're like, oh my God, aren't you going to help him out? And the rest of the guys are like, nah, he got it. Nah, he good. So the whole thing was they're stealing bankais, right? And this motherfucker, he tries it. It doesn't work on Ichigo, right? It like fucks up his cool little outfit. Oh, the bankai. God, am I gonna have to do a next one? Because you've never seen it, have you?
I've seen enough that I think like the first 2 seasons of like the very original when it came out. Mm-hmm. So I have vague memory.
The original version?
Yeah.
No. Didn't I tell you this? You just told me to watch this one. I was like, okay.
That's the one.
Oh my God, he hasn't seen the actual Bleach.
I just
putting the pieces together from the episodes I was just watching.
They do like a basic explanation of all the shit.
I mean, if you're just, if
you're hopping back in, this is a good place to start because they do a basic rundown of basically everything, bankais and shit like that.
Well, I got the gist of what bankai was.
Yeah, so bankai. All the Soul Reapers got like these cool ass fucking swords, and they have 2 forms of release: Shikai and Bankai. Shikai is basically just an empowered, the big ass sword form, right, or a cool looking ass sword form. So all the swords basically start out as these basic ass katanas, and then they unlock them into the Shikai, and then they become like cool ass swords. Like one nigga got these cool ass black crescent blades. Ichigo's got this big ass fucking sword that looks like a kitchen knife. She needed me again. All kinds of cool little shit. And then the bankais, like they awaken, like all the swords got souls. So the bankai is basically the soul of the sword coming to life and offer an extra fucking power. And then the fucking swords go all fucking crazy. Like Captain Byakuya is. I know she know who fucking Byakuya is. She's probably fucking fawning over that nigga. That's got like the
what?
Byakuya. His fucking bankai, Senbun Zakura Kageyoshi. That shit that it's like 1,000 fucking blades. That's the one he got fucking dusted with. Oh yeah, he fucking dies in it. All kinds of fucking crazy shits happen. But yeah, all the Shikai and bankai, right? Awakened spirit of the sword versus normal release. Anyway, they try to steal the bankai in this first episode. It didn't work. Ichigo's like, nigga, what are you doing? That's fucking weird. And then he fucks this nigga up and then he fucking disappears into the fucking shadows. All these niggas travel by fucking shadows, right? So this nigga goes and fucking reports back to the head honcho of the bad guys, Mr. Yuha-Baha. Okay, I think that's what I say. Yuha-Baha. Okay, a lot of breath in that. This nigga's this goateed up, long fucking beard, but yeah, goatee is a proper term.
He got long hair, yeah.
Goatee, long hair, ass motherfucker, right? And this dude, like these two, he shows up, the dude who just got fucked up, right? And he's there with this other nigga who's reporting, and they're like talking shit back and forth. And the nigga's like, hey, are you so fucking arrogant that you're gonna argue in the king's presence? Or, because they call him the king. And this motherfucker, the Yuha fucking sounds off. He's like, hey, nigga, cut that shit out. And these niggas freeze. Nigga drop to the knees. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. I would never suspect that I was this, that, and the other. He's like, you talk too much. And fucking dust this nigga. Just like kills one of the motherfuckers who was there. Like, for no fucking reason. He's just like, you talking too much. Bang, dead. And then the next motherfucker, he's like, hey, I couldn't steal his fucking bankai. And he's like, oh, well, nigga, you're trash. And he's like, well, give me another chance. I'll this, that, and the other. He's like, no, you've outlived your supposed. Bang! Fucking dust this motherfucker too. It's like, do you not need niggas? Like,
no.
Killing all you motherfuckers off. All right. And then this other motherfucker shows up. Apparently his this dude who's like reporting to him, he's like, hey, this, that, and the other. Da, 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 da. He's like, oh, I suspect so and so. And apparently, this nigga's he's got like a god complex, right? Yuhaba got a god complex because this motherfucker's just telling him how he thinks the fucking invasion of the Soul Society is gonna go. And the motherfucker's like, nigga, hold on, wait, are you a fucking fortune teller? Like, no. Do you see the future? No. Do you presume to tell me how the fuck shit's gonna go? It's like, nah, I'm sorry. Da, 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 da. He's like, bang. Shut up, bang. Dusted niggas, right? All of
waste time.
That was just an intro to Yuhaba, just showing that he don't give a fuck and he can dust anybody he wants at any point. And it like goes back to Ichigo. This nigga's goddamn gotta go save somebody. He goes to go save somebody. He ends up fighting this other nigga who's like a fucking badass Quincy. These niggas are called Wonder Rank, and they all look like Nazis, except for the black ones. They all look like Nazis, bro. This one nigga who's called the Jailer. This nigga looks like an SS fucking captain, right? He got the fucking hat in there, and he talks German. He's got a German accent, right? Just rub all bad feels for that motherfucker. Anyway, so he gets dusted, and in the middle of this fight, Soul Society gets attacked, right? For the second time, Soul Society gets attacked, right? First time, these niggas just showed up to the head captain, to the old nigga, Genryu's side. Showed up to the head captain, was like, hey, nigga, we in your house. And he's like, oh, who the fuck are you? And he goes and he tries to attack one of them, and nothing happens. And the next thing you know, this big ass fucking arrow comes through with his vice captain on it. And he's like, oh, we in your house. We've been here for like 5 minutes and we already killed like 1,500 people. Do something about it. And the nigga's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Boom. Fucking lieutenants on the wall. He's like, oh, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, we gonna do some more shit. And then boom, they disappeared. And this nigga, he wasn't able to retaliate. They attack again. That same fucking episode. And the first thing as soon as they fucking show up, like in the middle of this, one Soul Reaper, like giving a history lesson, like, hey, some shit went down with the Quincy's to those same two that got saved in the very first beginning. He's explaining to them why the Quincy's hate the Soul Reapers, and like in the middle of that shit, boom, more Quincy's on your ass. And like as soon as the niggas showed up, one of the Quincy's put like 4 holes in like 4 people and just like, hey, we're here, like as an intro. Like these fucking Quincy's are just dusting people left and right. And it seems like the Soul Society just can't fucking they can't fucking hang, man, at all whatsoever. So that was.
Is it finished?
Huh?
Is it finished?
The third. So they released them in. They're doing them in quarters, right? And the third quarter of it just ended.
Oh, okay. So it's only got one left.
Yeah, and that's coming back in 2020.
We've only seen like 8 episodes, so. That was what?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to like the fucking shit, and then yeah, a lot of this has got to be shaved out.
Yeah,
it's got to be shaved out. It's got to be narrowed down. Next episode.
Now, one of my favorite parts was when you were talking about the dudes walking into the place, and the dude said, "Oh, your security's trash." He's like, "I don't need security. I am."
Oh, yes.
That's what that was like. I don't need.
Okay,
I am the security.
Let's skip over. Oh yeah, like the very first time. Yeah, he's like, yeah. When they first showed up, like, we're in your house. They go, "What you gonna do about it?" And it's like, "Oh, we dusted your security or the people that were outside. How come you ain't got nobody in here with you?" And the motherfucker's like, because I am him, nigga. What you talking about? I don't need no security, nigga. As long as I'm here, we're safe. Right? And as soon as he said that, boom, lieutenant on the wall. Just like that.
Terrible.
It was like an immediate.
Tragic.
Nigga, shut. It was like the Quincy was like, man, yeah, fucking Genryu's side. We'll get to some shit about him in a second. Do you have anything else to add about the episode?
No, I mean, like when it comes to anime, like this is the first one that like he's actually said the action scenes are pretty cool because every time, because I've seen before some niggas like, oh, this shit is trash. I'm like, oh, okay, click, turn it off.
Yeah. There's some animes I definitely don't recommend.
But this one was interesting.
Which ones were you recommending him?
Which ones was I recommending him to watch?
Yeah.
Obviously Naruto. I've suggested One Piece. We're gonna address that.
Okay.
Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I recommended to him Demon Slayer, right? Because I had him watch. He came home, and me and Caleb were watching the Rengoku fight against the number 3 demon, right?
Okay.
And how hype I got, I think, is where it got him like, oh, okay. This is the first time I've seen him actually stop and watch anime with us. I like the whole him unleashing that fucking fire dragon, that final attack, that final clash. Yeah, I think I was too loud. I think the neighbors heard it.
You oversold it.
Yeah, I definitely oversold it. It was hard, wasn't it? It was a fucking hard ass scene, and then for that tragic ending. I'm not saying spoilers. It's been years.
I still haven't watched it. I know, I'm so behind. I'm terrible. I'm not very good at this segment. I watch anime.
Asian of you. I don't know what to say.
That's not Asian of you.
That's un-Asian of you.
I watch anime. I just watch very different anime.
Yeah, my question is, when did cartoons start to be called animes?
Don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare! What you mean cartoons started to be called?
What are you guys talking about?
The closest fucking relation to that would be Castlevania. That would
be anime is just literally Japanese for animation. Anything that is an animation is anime. Japanese considered King of the Hill anime. It's just American anime.
That's what I said. Like, so when do you consider something to be anime and then a cartoon?
When
it's all
mainstream.
A cartoon is American. So if it's American, it's a cartoon because that's what we call animations, is cartoons.
And that was today's Asian lessons.
What?
We have a dong.
We just gonna have a graphic. The more you know.
Shit, we gotta go see by Amanda Bynes, man.
Oh my god. You remember all that? All that? Do you remember all that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Remember fucking Amanda Bynes and
That's the only one you remember.
I love that one.
Alright. On track.